If you do not want to miss the best moments that come out of these raw, completely unplanned conversations that I have with these very interesting people, then make sure you subscribe to this channel, PGX Clips, and press the bell icon top so that you know the next time we post. Let me start you off by asking, what are we trying to achieve with robotics as an industry, as an area of research, as an entrepreneurial venture? What is the end game for robotics?
Yeah, thanks so much for coming to visit. I'm glad you enjoyed driving Spot. Look, I think a company like ours exists because there's a giant labor shortage coming, right? Especially in North America, Europe, Japan, South Korea. Labor is becoming more and more scarce. Why? Because on the one hand, you have an aging population that is aging out. Sometimes people are retiring and taking knowledge with them that leaves the company. On the other hand, we have shrinking populations. And thirdly, we have changing work preferences. Right? After COVID, that got exaggerated. A lot of people left the workforce. Where they all went is a little bit unclear, but they're not there anymore. So at the highest level, Boston Dynamics exists because we think there's a giant labor shortage coming. And our robots can help automate some of these tasks that exist in the world today. And our vision is to create autonomous, general purpose robots. And to us, that means robots that can go anywhere that a human can go, robots that have a semantic understanding of their environment, and robots that can then ultimately manipulate the world around them.
I now know that you are, at Boston Dynamics at least, you're going for much more deployment and industrial-based stuff, but I think not until very long ago, there was also a lot of research focus. So I feel like the answer you gave me is the new answer that's been around for the last 3, 4, 5 years since COVID, where this labor shortage has come about. But there was also another angle to it, right? Am I wrong about that?
No, you're absolutely right. I always say we're a 30-year-old startup.
Right.
Because we're sitting in our museum at the moment, and you see the robots around you that are our history of over the last 30 years. And you're right that for 25 years, we were a research company. So governments and industries came to us with specific problems and said, hey, can you build a prototype robot that addresses this particular issue? But about 5 years ago, we started to commercialize our innovations. And so we started with Spot, our quadruped robot for industrial inspection. And then 3 years ago, we started with Stretch, our logistics robot. And next year, of course, Atlas, our humanoid robot, is joining the commercialization journey. But you're absolutely right. We're a company that is in the teenage years of growing up and becoming a real commercial business.
Interesting. What I want to do through this conversation is sort of chase a central question, which is, what does it look like when robots and humans live together? What does the future look like in 10 years? What is the future of robotics overall? And so let me ask you this. What is the most beautiful thing you've seen a robot do?
The most beautiful thing that our robots currently do is keeping people out of harm's way. There's the old saying in robotics, robots make those tasks that are dull, dirty, and dangerous better. And so that's true for our robots as well. For example, take our logistics robot Stretch. Today, the application that we launched with is truck unloading. That's the most hated job in a warehouse. It is hot in the summer, it is cold in the winter, there's no windows, and it is literally back-breaking work. So people get hurt doing this job. And so if you can replace that particular task with a robot that does the unloading for you, it keeps people out of harm's way. For the Spot robot, our quadruped robot, we have sort of two major applications. The first application is teleoperating, remote controlling the robot into a dangerous situation. That could be a nuclear power plant, that could be a hostage situation in first responders, that could be a burning building, or it could be very cold or hot environments. So keeping people out of harm's way is also true with Spot. So we've been in a lot of first responder situations. We have about 20 robots in Fukushima in Japan, for example, where there's environments that are too dangerous for humans to be in.
And so, no, I understand the utility bit of it. I understand that the purpose of a lot of the stuff you're building will insulate humans from a lot of dangerous environments. If you are interested in my conversation with India's best, then you can listen to us exclusively on Spotify also. There's a link in the description. Press it. Listen to us as you walk, as you're in the train, as you're driving, as you're working out, as you're flirting. You'll still like it.